What's going on, everybody? Dan here, back with another fresh yoga flow for your Wednesday evening. Let's jump right into it. Finding a comfortable seated position on your mat. Just take about 30 seconds here. Move into the body, trying to hit those little pockets of tension that may already be causing you trouble before we strike a single pose. This could be anything from the neck, the shoulders, the low back. And whenever you're ready, trying to find a place of stillness on your mat, even on the hips, feeling like you're not rocking off to one side or the other. Tall torso, broad chest, shoulders back. Tall neck, promoting an open airway. Eyes open or closed to your preference. And let's just start diving into the first few rounds of breath here. Just establishing an even, steady pace and rhythm to the breath here. In through the nose, out through the nose. As I always say, just keep it simple. We're not trying to enter a Zen meditative state, not trying to float off the ground with how light you are. No troubles weighing you down. We stay realistic. Likely just coming from a hectic day, whether that be with your family or at your place of work. Taking this 5 minutes or so just to give the body a chance to even out, a chance for the mind to slow down, and a chance to take stock of where you're at this particular moment. Establishing the proper mindset so that this next hour can be a benefit to you, not just another trial after a long day. Two points of focus, keep coming back to the tall posture and the steady breath. Try to keep yourself accountable for the steady breath by embracing the sound. Each inhale has a sound. Each exhale has a sound. Familiarize yourself. Make it constant, make it steady. And see how those distracting thoughts just get blown away with each inhale and exhale. Let's take another minute here, just you and the sound of your breath. And let's bring it all together now. 3 deep rounds of breath here. So find your next exhale, completely empty the lungs. And here we go. Deepest inhale through the nose. Sit up tall, feel the chest expanding, and out through the mouth. Feel the stomach constricting at the end. Number 2, deepest inhale. All the way out. One last time in. And out. Very nice. Adjust the position of your legs as needed. Just make sure you're still comfortable. Start to target the neck here before we do any kind of serious movement. So let's start just by taking the chin down to the chest. Try to stay tall with the torso the whole way through. And you're taking your chin from shoulder to shoulder. Nice and smooth, nice and slow. Midweek, it's always nice to start out with the upper body, especially since so many of us work at desks. We sit, like this, really stiff all day. Nice to just provide this little bit of movement. As you're ready, bring chin back to center, and now take it pointing straight up towards the sky. And same concept here, from shoulder to shoulder. Keep your tall posture. And one more time, side to side. Very nice. Level off, come back to center. So we worked some rotation. Now let's take some side to side. Let's take a big inhale, take both arms out to the side and up. Let the right arm come down. Take your hand, or your left hand rather, on top of the head. And nice and easy, start to take your left ear down towards your left shoulder. So as you start to lower the ear, you're already starting to feel the side of the neck, the shoulder, all the way down to the fingertips, hopefully, starting to light up. Notice we're not jamming, we're not pressing down hard onto the head, just a small bit of pressure. As soon as you feel the stretch, that's when you know you've gone far enough. Keep your tall posture and breathe. Full inhale. Big exhale. Release the head. Extend it straight back up, right in between the shoulder blades. And we'll take both arms up. Same thing, second side. Left hand comes down. Right hand on top of the head. And start to drop right ear towards the right shoulder. Sit up tall, feel the breath. Full breath in. Full exhale out. Release the head. Extend straight, back up in between the shoulder blades. Let's take one big inhale, lift the shoulders, roll back and down. Good. Let's move into the arms, taking both arms up and over. Interlacing fingers, turn the palms up towards the ceiling and press up. Try to extend the arms straight. Try not to round over, hunch over at the spine, stay straight up. Full breath in. We'll take a side stretch over to the right. So let the right arm pull your left arm over the ear. Notice that we're not collapsing down at the expense of our tall torso. Keeping that the whole way through. Full breath in and out. Come back up. Let's release the arms for a moment. Take them out to the side and behind you. Try to squeeze the palms together. Pull the arms back. Chest forward. Maybe even look up. Tall torso, tall neck. Release the hands and arms. Come out to the side and up once again. Interlace fingers, palms up. And same thing on the second side. Left arm pulled over. Full breath in. Exhale out. Sit up tall. Release the hands and arms once again. Let them fall down by your side. And now extend them straight out to the side. Thumbs up. We start by turning our palms down. And see if you can't keep turning. Try to turn the palms so it's facing behind you. Maybe even have the palms facing up once again. Good. Let's inhale, turn the palms up. And try to keep them moving. Try to point them behind you. Let's do that 2 more times. Good. All the way up. All right, arms come up. One last seated movement here. Try to grab onto opposite elbows. Stay seated up tall. Now we're just going to twist from right to left. So start by squeezing the core, turning torso so it's facing the right side of your mat as far as you can while keeping the arms straight up. Back to center and over to the left. Center. Exhale right. Center. Exhale left. One more time. Good. Back to face the center. Release the hands and arms, extend them back and out to the side, up. And now we'll come on to hands and knees, tabletop position here. Hands under shoulders, fingertips spread wide, knees underneath the hips. We'll go with cat and cow to start, nice and easy. Dropping the belly, lifting chest, lifting tailbone. And exhaling, rounding spine, tucking chin to chest. Let's take an inhale up. You can either stick with this movement or you have the option to exhale. Take it back towards a child's pose as you round the spine. So hips drop in towards the heels. Take the movement further as you inhale. Start to drop the belly. Maybe you can shift the shoulders past the hands, hips falling down as well. Take your gaze up if you can. And just keep it moving. Good. We'll go forward one more time. And back one more time. Next time we're shifting forward, we'll walk our hands towards the front of the mat. Shift our shoulders forward as well. Bit of a longer torso here. Start to bend into the elbows and bring your torso all the way down. Extend your arms a bit so your hands are off of the ground, elbows bent, fingertips tented. And let's start to take my little zombie creep move, extending one arm at a time, pulling the opposite shoulder back. And there's no right or wrong here. We're just feeling our way through it. Stay low to the ground. You can come up. Let's take one more big inhale. And exhale down to the ground, hands underneath the shoulders. We'll tuck both toes. Palms are flat. We'll press straight into the arms. Use our knees to transition back to tabletop. And from table, we'll float both knees. Press up into downward facing dog. Give you a good amount of time here just to walk it out. First time here. Bending into knees one at a time. Tuck chin to chest. Keep the arms strong and long. Find stability, drop your heels as close as you can towards the ground. Knees as bent as you need them to be, trying to work towards straight. Take a full breath in. And an exhale out. We'll walk both feet forward slowly to front of the mat. Extend both legs straight, float the chest up halfway. And exhale, find a big forward fold here, bending into the knees deeply, tucking chin to chest once again, top of the head points down. Take a full breath in, straighten the legs, flatten the back once again. Exhale, quick fold this time. And as we inhale, we'll slowly start to stand all the way up. Arms pull out to the side, all the way above. Touch palms to chest, touch palms together, and then drop down to the chest. Arms down by your sides, stand up tall, even on the hips, even on both feet. And we'll start to shrug the shoulders a few times, up, back and down. Very good. Start to take a little bit of flow here. Take an inhale, pull both arms out to the side and up. Touch palms, exhale, bend knees and fold. Inhale, straight legs, flat back. Hands touch down, step it back, downward facing dog. Let's take an easy vinyasa first time through. Inhale, shoulders forward over hands. Drop knees to the ground. Focus on the control here, long torso. Elbows bend straight back as you drop. Inhale, float the chest up. Exhale, down to the ground. Tuck toes, use the knees and the hands. Press yourself back up table. Shift the hips back and up into downward facing dog. Deepest inhale. Full open mouth exhale. Walk both feet forward, front of your mat. Straighten both legs and flatten the back. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up to standing. Palms touch and come down to the chest. Right into round two. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Once again, really try to experience every single round of breath through the sound. So inhale, hear it. Exhale, hear that as you step back, downward dog. Shift forward, inhale. All knees are off of knees. Let's come down. Inhale, float the chest up. Exhale, drop down. Tuck toes, on knees or off knees, press up. And back to downward dog. Deepest inhale. Full open mouth exhale. Forward front of mat. Flatten back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Palms touch and come down. And third and final round. Inhale, arms up. Into fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands touch, downward dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, down. Take an inhale, lift up, and then exhale back into downward dog. Take your deepest inhale yet. Exhale through the mouth. Walk forward front of your mat. Straight legs, flatten the back. And a forward fold. Inhale, come up standing. Palms touch and come down to the chest. 3 full rounds of breath. Let's make our way back to downward dog. Inhale, arms up. Finding a forward fold. Straight legs flat back. Hands down, coming to downward dog. And you have the option to take a vinyasa here, or you can just chill out. Wherever you are, just follow your breath. We'll take an inhale from dog and flip the right leg back and up. And exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. And we'll work the left knee down. Nice and easy here. Good. So we're just going to work on that knee extension for a moment before we dig down deep into a lunge. So right knee over the ankle, both hands onto the ground. As you're ready, we're going to drive back through the left heel. Extend the left knee straight. Bend into the knee dip. And extend. Very simple movement. We'll go up and down a few times. You already feel how that's promoting length at the hips. Let's go one more time up. And finally dropping left knee down to the ground. Start to work both hands onto the right knee. And shift your weight forward and back until you find the sweet spot of your stretch. So that's the point where you can keep your right knee over the ankle. You feel the stretch at the front of the left hip, targeting the hip flexors. And the torso can still feel tall, oriented directly over the hip. Let's take one breath in for confidence. Now we'll take both arms out to the side up above us here. One breath in. And as we exhale, let's just continue to work into the range of motion at the shoulders. Exhale, pull both arms out to the side. And let them drop down by your hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Throughout the whole motion, feel how your shoulder blades are pulling back and in together. And let's come down one more time. Now at this point, I want you to grab onto the hips or squeeze the palms together, interlacing the fingers. Now your option is to stay up tall. If you lean back a bit, you can really target the hip flexors now. Or you can shift your weight forward, dropping the hips a little bit lower. You don't need much here. Let's keep the right leg strong. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands, frame the right foot. Tuck the toe on the left foot, and you can either press the right leg straight while keeping the knee down, or you can prop yourself up. Full breath in. And exhale out. Let's shift right knee back over the ankle, then turn so our torso is facing the left side of the mat. Pivot on both feet, so the toes are facing that direction as well. Hands to the waist, and let's use some core strength. Stand the body up. Full breath in here, loop the shoulders up, back and down. And now strengthen the legs, squeeze the glutes. Start to allow your torso to fold forward. Tuck chin into chest. And whenever you're ready, you can let your arms fall down as well, making contact with the ground. And let's drop into a forward fold. Very simple on the first side. So be strong to the feet. Provide the stable base to allow the weight of gravity to work in assisting your fold. Let's take a full breath in. Keep the hands to the ground as you lift your chest up halfway. And now we'll turn to face the back of our mat. So depending on how your mat is oriented, you may need to come back to the front of the mat and just switch your legs. But in either case, we're just going to be taking that lunge with the left leg forward, knee over ankle, and drop the right knee down to the ground. Hands framing the left foot. And let's work back into the knee extensions. So as you're ready, drive back through the right heel, flex the quadriceps, and extend the right leg straight, and drop. Just stick with the breath. Exhale on the effort. And inhale, bend the knee. Keep it up, 3 more. Very good. Nice and easy. Drop right knee down to the ground. Hands onto the left thigh and pull yourself up. And now shift your weight forward and back a few times. Make your adjustments so that you can get your left knee over the ankle and still feel the stretch at the right hip. And whenever you're ready, both arms can come out and up. So stay strong, stay focused in the lower half. And we'll take movement in the upper half, partly to relieve some stress up top, but also to distract us from what's happening at the hip. It's lighting up shortly. So just come up on inhales. Relax on exhales. One more time up. Down and out. So you can either grab onto the waist or interlace fingers behind the back, squeeze the palms, and start to drop hip forward and down just a bit. Stay strong, keep the breath moving for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands, bring them back to frame the left foot. Press the left leg straight. You can stay down on the right knee or prop it up. Next inhale, bend the left knee over ankle, palms flat, and step left leg all the way back downward facing dog. And we'll take a vinyasa between sides here. Optional, of course. Just find your flow. Downward facing dog, full breath in. And exhale out. Let's take the right leg back and up behind us once again. And step right foot all the way forward in front of the mat. All right, so now the legs are a little bit more fired up here. You can drop the left knee down to the ground, or you can keep driving back through the heel. Keep the knee up. We'll take the left hand down to the ground, right arm up, and come back to some of my favorites, these twisted lunges. So as you're ready, reach the right arm back behind you. Sweep the ground with your fingertips. Feel the hips even dropping a little bit lower down to the ground as you sweep forward and up. Hips lift. You have the option to press the right leg straight. You can stay low. Let's do that 3 more times. Very nice. After that last time, we'll bring the right arm back down to the ground. Drop the left knee down as well. Keep the left hand down though. We're going to reach the right arm up. And you have options. You can either bring the right hand on top of the right knee as we allow the hips to sink forward and down once again. You may turn your toes towards the edge of the mat. You might even roll to the pinky toe edge of the right foot. These are all just options. Take what you will. You can wrap the right arm behind the back. Or your real moneymaker here, coming for the quad stretch. Bending into the left knee as much as you can. So you may be down here. Maybe you assist yourself with the strap. Maybe you just focus on keeping that held. Maybe you can make the connection between hand and foot. You can tell this is an area of the body that is constantly shortened. This is what happens when we're sitting in chairs all day. Full breath in. And exhale, release any twisting you may have had. Bring right hand back down to the ground. Let's come into another hamstring stretch, pressing the right leg straight. Up or down on the left knee. And if you kept your foot flat during the first round, now let's try to peel the toes up. So we're resting on the right heel. Shifting the focus of the stretch. Full breath in. And exhale out. Let's bend into the right knee. Turn your toes to face the side of your mat and turn your chest as well. Let's take an inhale, grab onto the waist, stand all the way up. Move the shoulders up, back, and down on an exhale. Good. All right, so next, this is going to be another stretch that has a wide range of possibilities. So we're going to bring both hands down to the ground. What you're going to do is you're going to start to walk your hands over towards the left side of your mat. If you feel that's the edge of your stretch, perfect. If you feel like you can go a little bit farther, pivot on the left heel and the right toes. Start to shift, 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 shift. Keep moving your hands behind you. Just see where you end up. You may be facing the complete opposite direction now. You're getting a great stretch around the left knee. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Carefully pivot on the left heel, the right toes once again. Walk yourself back around. Take an inhale, straight legs, flat back. And exhale, fold forward, wide-legged stance. Hold for a few moments. Very nice. Hands to the ground, lift your chest up halfway, and pivot however you need to so that your left foot is forward, your knees over the ankle. You can drop down onto the right knee or you can stay up. Right hand comes down, and we're taking that same sequence on the left side. Left arm comes up, turn torso to face the left, and some big arm circles here. See that the knee is dropping down, the hips are lowering as you swing down. As you reach forward and up, you have the option to press the left leg straight. 3 more times, just get into a nice flow with it. Stretching upper body and lower body at the same time, getting the most bang for our buck. Good. One last time, all the way up. Very good. Coming down, left hand frames the left foot, right knee drops down to the ground. And your option for your deeper twist, also moving into a bit of a hip opener. So remember, left hand can come onto the left knee, supporting yourself. Wrap left arm behind the back. Or maybe going for the big hip flexor stretch. Full breath in. Controlled exhale out. Let the foot go. Bring left hand down to the ground. Let's take our big hamstring stretch here. Left leg straight. Right knee up or down. And this time, as opposed to keeping the toes down, let's peel them up now, balancing on the left heel. Try to lean forward and down into the stretch. Full breath in. Exhale, bend the knee. Both hands to the ground, and go ahead and turn and walk over so you're facing the side. I'll turn around just so I can face you. Hands to the waist, and bring yourself all the way up standing. One last time to loop the shoulders forward, up and down. Very nice. All right, both hands coming down to the ground. Here comes our wild stretch here. So this time we're walking hands over to the right. Leaning over in that direction. Maybe that's enough of a stretch for you. So don't overcomplicate it. Lift the right toes and lift the left heel. So we're pivoting on the right heel and the left toes as we start to walk ourselves over, looking behind us. It doesn't have to be a crazy amount of movement. You stop when you feel the pressure. Full breath in. Exhale out. Nice and easy. Let yourself come back around with control. Straight legs. Let's lift the chest up halfway once again. And we can drop the torso down into a forward fold. You can take hands to the ground underneath your face, hands in opposite elbows, maybe grabbing onto the ankles here. Just letting gravity do its work once again. Full breath in. Exhale out. Good. So hands to the ground underneath the face. And now, my other favorite. Working in lots of my favorites today. Coming into a low squat, peeling the heels in. Toes turned out to face the corners, heels pulled in, and we're starting to bend into the knees, lunging from side to side, side to side. Trying to come into a low squat here, as low as is comfortable for you. Use as much support as you need. Just try to keep the torso up tall. So we keep coming back to this pose repeatedly so that we can move away from discomfort, moving away from our weaknesses, and try to make this into a strength. How open can your hips be? How healthy can the low back be? Also, the amount of flexion that we can get at the ankles. These are all ranges of motion that gets much smaller significantly as we age. So we want to work on them as much as we can. Let's hang in there for about 30 more seconds. Hear the breath. Take a full breath in. Bring both hands down to the ground, and let's extend both legs straight into a forward fold, standing up. You can pull the feet in so they're about hips distance apart once again. Tuck chin to the chest. And you can hang out here for as long as you like. Take a full breath in. And an exhale out. Turn so that you're facing the short edge of your mat. If you were still twisted, bend into the knees and bring your bottom onto the ground. Step the feet about as wide as the mat. Let's take that windshield wiper motion with the legs, taking the knees from side to side. And whenever you're ready, grab onto the back of the thighs and roll yourself onto your back. Let's take a brief moment to collect ourselves here, knees into chest. You can rock from side to side. You can take knees up towards the armpits for happy baby, grabbing onto the outer edges of the feet. Very nice. So pull your knees back into your chest and step both feet onto the ground. One last active pose for us today. Just because we took that low squat, hip flexors are a little bit shortened. So let's try to open those up here. Hands reaching down by your sides. Let's come into a bridge. Feet flat. Start to squeeze into the glutes. Lift the belly. Lift the hips up. And if you're more comfortable holding, this feels good for you, you can stay here. Or you can turn into a flow, dropping. Relax. Catch the breath. And exhale, squeeze and lift up. Relax. And one last time, let's come up. And breathe here, we'll hold it for 3, 2, 1, big inhale. And exhale, return flat onto your back. Extend both legs straight one at a time. And I turn it over to you. You have about a minute or two for any free movement, stretches, or postures you need to take. However you like to normally close your practice, or if you need to specifically address something that is ailing you at the moment. Anything that may be preventing you from relaxing comfortably onto your back as we bring our practice to a close. And if you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Take advantage of the virtual nature of our practice, making sure you're doing everything you need to get the most benefit out of your time. But as you're ready, you can relax onto your back, spread your arms, spread your legs, or you can come into a seated meditative pose like the way we started. So let the eyes close and relax. And let's finish off here. A few moments of silent breathing, time for reflection and rest. Just you and the sound of your own breath. Beginning to deepen your next few rounds of breath. Blinking eyes open and coming back to the physical space. Small movements in the body. Take your time and make your way back up to a seated position like we started. And as always, we're trying to bring that spirit of observation and reflection to our practice. So just take note of how you feel now versus 1 hour ago. Try to ask yourself, was this time well spent? Do you come out of your practice feeling a greater sense of gratitude to your body for allowing you to enjoy this movement? To your mind feel a bit more refreshed? And if it wasn't exactly to your liking, what steps can you take the next time you come onto your mat to make sure you take the most advantage of your time here? And thank you all once again for joining me, sharing your practice with myself and your fellow classmates. Even if we aren't together, we still know we're out here working, putting in the time. Until the next time, namaste.